Hey guys, Susanna here. I'm just going to make a start on my July Artzology design team, and I've chosen the 3 lots of mushroom cards and the collage tear pages. They're so pretty, really love them. So these are so nice, and I thought I'm going to make a bit of a start on them, and I'm going to do mushrooms and fairies. So these are the journaling cards. So I'll have the link to Artzology's Etsy store below. So this is what I want to get started on. And also, okay, I've got this fabric here, which is from an old, I was originally going to use this, but I might use some of these bits and pieces to make pockets and whatnot, because that's what I really loved about it. But what I want to do is sort of do a bit of stitching on the cover. So I was going to use that, but it wasn't quite big enough. So this is an old jacket. So I've just gotten a small cereal box. I think Carmen's cereal box. It is 6 inches by 8 inches. So what I want to do is I want to do some embroidery with using felt. So what I've got inspiration from is myself. I drew these when I was doing scrapbooking, and this is some of my designs. I still wouldn't mind making this into a digi-kit actually. So I wanted to do some mushrooms because it's a mushroom one, and I want to do the same. I want to do a gnome one as well, and probably use this same thing and do a similar technique as well. So what I've done is I've just gotten some felt. Felt is awesome. Felt is very forgiving. Okay, I've pre-drawn. So I've just gotten a bit of scrappy bit of book page, just so I can cut it out. And then you just get yourself, if you don't want to hand do it like what I've done, I've just, pre-drawn mushroom like this, and then I've cut it out. So just, even if you get one of your templates, or even maybe use a template from one of those. So pretty easy. It's sort of like half circle like that, trace something. So I just thought I wanted to do a bit of stitching. I haven't done stitching for a while. Actually, I pulled them up, but I think I'm a bit cold. So what I am going to do, that was stuck on there like that. So what I want to do is I've got it, but I want to stick it if I know that is about there. So use this maybe like a base, stick that in the middle. I've got a small and then a big one here. I want to have a couple of mushrooms. Where's the other one? There's the top. Where'd it go? Did I stick it on here? I know I pinned something. Okay. Oops. No. Maybe it's gone walkabout. Because I've got, here we go. Knew I did it. I'm not going crazy. So I just drew it out. So I just did one that was a bit like that, and another one. See, pretty easy. And what I want to do is I want to use felt, because felt is just so easy to stitch, and I'm just going to blanket stitch it on there, and maybe get a little bit of stuffing and stuff it, or I don't know, I'll just see. It probably might be 3D enough as it is. So this is the base for the big one. So what I'll do is probably get a pen. Here we go, pen's probably the best. pin that down. I was going to do a bit of a lighter colour, but I think this darker colour for the base actually matches a little better. Where's me pins? Pin. I have got stuff everywhere. Right in front of me. What a goofer. Okay. Hopefully I'm in screen. It's hard to know. Just trace around there. Yeah, felt is the best. So good. So good. Okay. Then just cut it. Always make it a tad longer because it's got to stick underneath. Okay, that's that one. Then do the top. I'm going to do the top. There we go. Okay. Right on the line. This is sort of a little bit more pinky, but I thought I didn't want too bright red ones. I think I quite like this colour, sort of like a pinky red, on being on the smaller one. Okay. It's cute already. Now, did I trace around that? I think I did. It's going to go in like this. And it's a little higher because it's going underneath. And the actual, these bits and pieces I'll stitch on with embroidery. So I'm going to do either a running stitch or a blanket stitch. So that one will go there. Now, this one's going to be a little trickier. Actually, I might just cut it. That always works too. So I haven't done anything like this for quite some time. And then that'll go along there like that. And then I will do the stitching of where, like those lines and everything on there. So cute. Okay. So that's the basic part of it. And then I've got some white for the little hole things, or I might even get some paint out. All depends what works better. So just grab the scraps. I'm going to turf them. Okay, so now I need to figure out exactly where the middle is going to go. Quite like that. Actually, I might have it going a bit more out that way, if you know what I mean, because I want it to sort of be tucked together and sitting there like this, and then I might even have stitched some green and all that kind of stuff. I think that's really cute. Okay, so make sure it's straight. So I've got to do this first so I know where to stitch. Okay, I think that's probably maybe a tad higher, or better to go higher than lower. I can go there. Okay, put those aside. Now, to find some embroidery thread that's going to match. It's a grey brown. Interesting colour. Sometimes you just don't have the right colour. Wonder what's going to work better. That or that or that. I think probably that. What do you think, peeps? Oh, it's just half your life is spent figuring out what you're going to use. Oh yeah. I will get my things out. You know what? I think I might use this one because it goes rather nice with the background. But I want it to blend in. That's the trouble. Oh, it's so annoying. That might be it. Check with the browns. Yeah, I think that's it. There we go. Haven't got much of it, but I only need enough for, gee, look at my fingers. We're doing a couple. I think that's 2. Bit long. Find me needle. Yeah, that's good. Okay. I usually like to use 2 threads anyway. Oh, what the heck? Oh, I know what that is. It's because I used glue to put this wadding on. Whenever I use cardboard, I've got this sort of like waddingy stuff on there. So, okay, and now we do a blanket stitch. Put all these greys back in. That'll be good. Love the way the all the colours look so pretty. Okay. Oh, I just took the thread out. Two's good. One's just a little bit too thin, and 2 just right. Just the Goldilocks amount you need. Okay. So look, how am I going? Yep. Just seeing if this is within range, and it is, because it's a little bit far away for me at this point. Put these arms up so I can get in a little closer. Okay, so what we do, just make a knot. I haven't done anything sort of stitching since I did the slow stitching, I don't think. And just come in underneath next to, make a bigger knot. Oh, it'll work. So what we're going to do, actually, if I start here, Actually, I might even start in on there. There we go, because it just keeps coming through. Okay, so you go down and then up and loop it across. There you go, up, and then there's a loop, you pull it over. Got a really good book that you know how to do stitching with. There's a few different ways of doing blanket stitch. If you don't want to do blanket stitch, just do a running stitch. That'll give it a sort of a primitive look, but I like it when they're held down. So oh, this looks terrible. Okay, that should be all right, good enough to hold it. And felt is awesome. So if you do a running stitch, it would be okay, because felt, it doesn't fray, which is good. There we go. Yep. Hopefully you can see this. Let me just do, yep. So what I might do is give it a pause and stitch around. Oh, missed the loop, see, and come back. There we go. So running stitch would work just as well. I'm just choosing to do a blanket stitch because I think it sort of looks rather cute with it, but running stitch is good too, which is just up, down, up, down. So I'll pause it and then I'll come back once that's done. Okay, well, that's being sewed on, so I'm gonna put that on there like that, and then that on there. I mean, I might do that a little higher, and on the top I just did a running stitch because it, so I'm going to stitch that, so that'll go over there like that. Then I'm gonna do a few more stitches. I might come back, I'll stick that on and then come back with it, and yeah, so then I'll probably end up putting it together. So that's the basis of it anyway. So you've got little mushrooms that you're going to stick on there like that, and with the stitching I'll come back to it. It's going to take forever if I do it on camera. So yeah, but you get the basis of it. Felt is just really forgiving. You could even do a running stitch along there. I was going to stuff it, but I think it'll be too chunky, so I might get my embroidery book out. I'm going to thinking of just doing a couple of long stitches with 6 strands of bit of grass, just to, you know, a stitch. So, but I'll show you when I get to doing that. So yeah, I'll get back to you. And this is the kit once again that I'm going to be using, so check out the link below. It'll be absolutely gorgeous. I was actually thinking of maybe getting a little fairy or something, putting on the top of there, and we'll just have a nameplate. We'll see how we go. I wanted to have it fabric because I really wanted to have it tactile. Yeah, so just see how we go with it, and I'll get back to you. Thanks guys for watching, and hopefully you can create along with me. Okay, bye.